I always wondered when it comes to crypto, if I have Solana, but I want to buy Bitcoin, why can't I just exchange that? Doesn't really work. So today's video is about Particle Network and most importantly about UniversalX, something they built that is the first chain agnostic trading platform. It's one account for everything. So you skip all the annoying steps in between. You don't have to sign up to an exchange. It removes all those annoying parts of crypto where you have to do additional things and makes it as straightforward as possible. One account, one balance, any chain. This is genuinely pretty sick. So I thought, let me talk about that. They just announced their version 2, which went live, depending on when you see this, a couple days ago. Trade like a pro, never bridge again. And so far, they have about 15 different chains available, which means you hold some Bitcoin, but you want to buy something on ETH. You can make it in the same transaction. You want to buy, let's say, any meme coin. You see that Trump is hyped right now, but all you have available to you is some money on, let's say, Polygon or on Base, but you want to buy Trump, which is on Solana. You can then make that happen in a simple step. And they make chain abstraction happen. Think of it like this image over here. Normally, you have way too many different steps in order to get to your goal, and that sucks. There are bridges, there are different chains that you have to use, different dApps, yet it should be simply asset, dApp, goal, which is exactly how Particle Network works. Because they built something cool, they had an investment as well from Binance Labs, which seems like a normal thing, you know, they invest into different things. But we have seen what happens when any coin gets listed on Binance. There can be billions of dollars that flood into it, and maybe that even gets implemented into Binance or becomes a sort of feature or shows us what the future might look like, considering that the co-founder of Binance showed and expressed excitement about Particle Network's mission. Partnership aims to make Web3 more accessible and user-friendly for everyone. And now that the US wants to be the capital of the world when it comes to crypto and AI, I have the feeling that a lot of people are going to start using crypto now in case they haven't already, which makes their start in crypto a lot easier. It looks a lot nicer than most other sites that I've used. And when you click the link down below and sign up, you can give them money in a couple different ways. For example, you can use a Visa, MasterCard any regular way, even Apple Pay in order to put crypto in. Or obviously, in the top right, simply connect your wallet, select receive, and then send money on there for Solana or any EVM address. And within like 30 seconds or so, you will see your money appear in your account. I'll use $27 to show you how it works, how to navigate the site. Let's say we click on trade, right? And we want to buy Trump right now because we think, okay, it dipped down a little to like $41, let's buy it now. We type in Trump and search it up here, find the right pair in which we can also see all the different candles, for which I think the data is run through their own nodes, making this one more accurate. And in my case, it says balance $27. Keep in mind for the little image and the picture next to balance, it doesn't say I have $27 in USDC on ETH. It means on this universal account, I have $27. So let's say we want to buy $10 of Trump over here. You can see your entire balance up there, how many dollars you want to use in order to buy it. You will see the current fee cost as well as the price impact. Obviously, if you use a far larger amount, then the fees percentage-wise are a smaller fraction. We see we spend $10 and we get $10 of Trump. You can also click on more in order to see different percentages when it comes to slippage, price impact, gas fees, all of that. Hit confirm. Then all you gotta do in your MetaMask is sign that up there. And within a few seconds or so, that is being added to your account. Then it gives you this checkbox up there, transaction successful. You can click on check. You see exactly what happened, how much you got in Trump, how much you got in USDC, as well as on your accounts page, what you're holding right now, with what amount, and how that changed over time. They're still working on adding new chains and making gas cheaper. For example, right now, when I send anything on ETH I want to trade, it's like $20 or so, but that's universal. That's just because ETH sucks. But if I were to take my ETH, then swap it, go to an exchange, get a different currency, then pay it out, and then try to buy something else, you would have fees like 4 or 5 times, while on UniversalX you only get them once. The cool thing is also because it's non-custodial and there's no KYC required. When you log in and you sign up, it's done. There's no centralized exchange behind it. You don't have to use your ID in order to sign up. It's as simple as you find something you like, get all the data you need, and can then buy and sell right away. When it comes to data, more and more volume is on decentralized exchanges compared to centralized exchanges. I mean, if you're honest, if we can buy something with MetaMask or Phantom, we probably buy it that way, because buying it on an exchange, let's say on gate.io, for example, you never know how long they exist. You know, you don't want to have FTX again. You don't want to have a Gemini situation or BlockFi or any of the other major exchanges that just went down. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. If it's not in your wallet, it's not really yours. Plus, the whole situation when it comes to USDT, for example, I think they now got delisted on every single European exchange. So if I have USDT in my exchange now, I have to convert that to USDC. because of regulations and all that. And that is not the point of crypto. Is the point of crypto to be regulated? I don't think so. And as it is self-custodial, there isn't the fear that somebody else just goes into your account because you're responsible for it, right? And if you can trust yourself, then you keep your crypto, then you stay a happy person. But when exchanges get hacked, or like a few months ago, the one guy who stole like 240 million in Bitcoin simply by calling one of the employees, impersonating somebody else working there, and getting them to give them like a sign-in code for the Gmail. Something like that happened, you know, like human engineering type of thing. That would then make somebody else's fault your loss. And that's not good. They've also at this point raised 25 million, I think 30 million total-ish, to unify all chains. And if we fairly look at this 1 year ahead of where we are right now, if you use crypto, you know how annoying it can be. What if we remove all the annoying steps and we make it nicer? That would probably be something that we use in the future, right? We don't think that it's going to be more complicated later on. It will probably be easier. Now, why is that important? UniversalX, as far as I know, there isn't a token yet for this product. Airdrops exist. Some people farm airdrops simply by, generating trading volume, actively using the site, buying and selling through it, which should then grant you an airdrop, which is worth money, and people like money. And I still remember 3 years ago, I used Ethereum name service to simply buy my ENS name. And then they had an airdrop here and I got, I think it was like $4,000 or $5,000 simply for using it. And since then, airdrop farming is like a whole category of crypto, a whole niche that people invest a lot of time into. And if you have a bunch of green flags for a product that has yet to launch a token and will airdrop something while also being genuinely useful, then that is like one other category could also be something for you, where if you buy and sell things anyways and you just use this site instead, then the airdrop could be pretty nice. Now, if we look about more in the documents, this thing right here is probably, at least I would say in like a general use case, the most important thing aside from trading. If I have money, but my money is, let's say in Dogecoin, for example, and you want money, but you want bread on Base as a meme token, and I want to send you my money so you get money, that doesn't work unless we both sell what we have for USDT and then I send you dollars. And if this one becomes, over time, a lot more easy and accessible for regular people, we're talking about Web 2, and all the guys that aren't in crypto yet, and can then onboard them, and this will be a payment processor, for example, or one of the things that we universally use. Let's say you want to buy groceries and all you have is Dogecoin, then be like, here, paid, done. Then it's something that will be probably a lot bigger than it is right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot about this over the next couple of months when they develop more and more and release the next versions. And especially in countries where the whole sign-up process is way too regulated for centralized exchanges, this is very likely going to be a go-to thing to get into crypto. I will have links to everything down below. Sign up and trade if you want to, or just read about it, because some other things that I come across in crypto, most of the time they have a good idea, but there isn't really a good execution or a team that knows what they're doing behind it. It's more like, we want to do this thing, but nobody actually uses that. Like AI is fun and all, but do we use any of the AI apps and coins that we buy? Not really. But all of us trade, and there's something that is here right now that works. Try it out. In the worst case, you don't like it, do something else. Just sharing things that I found. Links down below. See you fairly soon. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. Take care.